Hi guys. How are you? Still kind of sick, but it's in and out. It's slowly improving. Oh, thanks guys. Yeah, it's been hard for me to work. I'm having so many weird symptoms and my eyelids are swollen and the worst ascension ever. Ever. So yeah, I'm behind on my work. That's why I haven't been getting back to many emails about readings, guys, and stuff, because I'm just kind of trying to get through what I got at the moment. All right. Um, which part of Minnesota? It won't help. It's from ascension. It's like pressure on my head. I feel like I have like bricks on top of my head. Um, I guess they can happen at different time frames, I suppose. Oh yeah, a lot of people are up in the cities. I'm 2 hours from the cities, so that's a long ways from me, kind of. Wish my kids wouldn't take some of my cards. It looks like they did. It looks like they did. I do. I ground every day. I try, anyways, to do as much of it as I can. Um, Unfortunately, with the high vibration, it's easy to take on attachments, and you have to like get used to the new vibration you're at. So it's been really hard to adapt because it's a whole new lifestyle. Saying whole new lifestyle, and the information that I get in is insane. And did you? I was actually thinking about doing some sort of in-person event or something like that in Minnesota, because I have a lot of followers here actually. So in like Wisconsin as well. So in the tri-state area. So what I'm noticing right now is that, well, first off, I'm noticing, okay, that manifesting is happening really quickly. So just be really careful with your thoughts, guys, because I'm serious. Like, it's instant manifestation occurring. Okay. If you get in a downward spiral, sorry, and you have one thing happening to you negatively, and all of a sudden you're like, expect more, you're going to receive more. Okay. So just be really careful and mindful of thoughts right now. Right? Because I've seen people doing this, they just assume because they're having a bad day or a bad time that they're going to have more bad days and bad times, and then they do. So be very mindful of your thoughts right now. Try not to use the word I can't. Okay? Try to turn your thoughts in other directions. Can't isn't a word, and with the things that I've seen in my vision and the things that I've had dreams about right now, anything is possible. I literally, like, there is no time. It's like I'm traveling back and forth in the 5D all the time, and it's just crazy. The stuff that I'm seeing and that. So, you guys, when I talk about my vision of walk-in souls, please do not overthink that or get all bent out of shape or anxiety over it. It's just a vision I saw. It's very, very rare. I've had people message me freaking out. Like, it's rare, okay? It doesn't mean it's happening to you or somebody you know, or don't assume it will happen, okay? It's just something that came up in my vision. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. And when it comes to 5D, guys, there's no time. Just remember that. So there's these things that people see could be from years ago to years ahead. Okay, it just, yeah. My body's been vibrating for a couple of weeks. So, like, don't Don't just assume because I saw something that is your situation or it's going to happen. A walk-in soul situation is very rare. Okay? Very, very, very rare. And I'm not sure even what I really think of it. Okay? People are like freaking out, and it's really not necessary to freak out. Okay? It's just not. So, anyway, one thing I have noticed is I can tell when people have ascended now really easily. Like, I can tell by looking at pictures of them even. I can tell who has been ascending, who isn't. Like, I can tell immediately. Just by looking at their eyes. Like, they have, like, a glossy look to their eyes, or a glow to their face, or I know I can see their aura and stuff like that. So I'm starting to very easily pick out who is being genuine and who's not as well. So it's really easy for me to tell. This is where the truth's going to come out with a lot of things, I feel, this year. So, no, not in chat.
No.
Not unless I really focused on it, but I don't want to focus on, you know, like 200 people at one time. I can see people in the 5D really easy now. I can see other readers. I can see, you know, other people vibrating at the same level. It's just kind of weird. It's really hard to get used to this. It's hard for me to adapt. I've been struggling. I've been sick. I'm struggling to do my work. So it'll take time. It'll take time, but I don't even know what time is anymore, because what it seems like yesterday, or what was yesterday feels like a month ago sometimes, or 5 minutes ago feels like yesterday, or whatever. I just have no sense of time. It's really weird and kind of just awkward. So yeah, I can see the genuine in people, or, you know, I have ran into a few situations where people were showing very clear negative energy and not genuine at all. And just be aware of that, guys, because not everybody around you is genuine. So when it comes to that, just really trust your gut on that, okay? Trust your gut on that. If you feel like there's a reader that's not telling you the truth, or, you know, something is off or whatever, or, you know, whatever situation it is for you, it doesn't even have to be that at work, whatever. Just start really trusting your gut. It's the 15th of January today, actually, I believe. So not everybody has your best interest, guys, and, you know, with this, like, negative versus positive energy kind of, you know, spiritual war kind of thing, or whatever you guys want to refer to it as, going on right now, you know, you're going to run into that. There's going to be forces pulling against you. There's, you know, there's people that want to see you shine, you know. You're going to run into negative energy. Please just bounce it off you. Don't think too deeply into it, or you'll start manifesting more negative energy is what's going to happen, or more negative events. So just hand slips. Just be ready for that. Yeah, sometimes your intuition can be fears as well, so you got to learn the difference and stuff like that too. So what I'm seeing still is the feminine energy has definitely surrendered to the connections coming in again, okay? And I do feel the masculine is influenced in a sense by this as well, okay? I just feel like the feminine in general here, I mean, there's separation here, okay? Switch the roles as needed. This might be your energy, it could be theirs, doesn't have to be. But I do see some surrendering here, which has created some anxiety, and I feel more on the masculine side, okay? Because the feminine has stood back to work on herself and her work and, you know, stuff like that. And I do feel like it's caused the masculine to feel a bit lost and defensive and kind of feel like, you know, life is kind of chaotic right now for them, because it's made them a bit guarded, or kind of like, wow, you backed away when you've always been at hands reach, and they might be realizing that you're not just stepping back to manipulate them, that you're actually stepping back with intent on working on you. Okay? Some of you are still waiting, just not worth it, really. You know, like, you're waiting for what? You know, you really got to work on yourself right now if you want to have a union with your person one day. You know, if this is what you want, because a lot of you are waiting for this, but, you know, what are you waiting for right now? Like, you have, you know, other stuff that could be done, or, you know, that sort of thing here that you could be working on. So it's a matter of, like, are you waiting for something that you need to be waiting for? Are you waiting because you're waiting for your person to come back? Or are you waiting for the right reasons? Okay, that sort of thing here. Because I do feel a lot of you, like, you know, I always use that term, looking out the window and waiting, because I feel like some of you are doing that today. Okay, some of you are surrendered. You know, some of you, the masculine energy is waiting for you. That could be the case. But there's a lot of people that just, it seems like there's a lot of waiting energy going on right now. So I do feel, as you stand in your strength, guys, like I said, these ascensions happen and that sort of thing, that you're gaining some wisdom and getting downloads straight from the source, information straight from the source right now. And I really feel that your masculine energy is seeing you in that form, like that you are getting things right from the source, okay? And that you are strong, and that you stand in your strength, and they see you working on yourself and loving you, and they actually have more respect for you than anything. Even if surrendering was the hardest thing you ever did, at the end of the day, they're going to respect that you're loving yourself, and that you're strong, and that you're able to do that, and you're able to move forward without them, without codependency problems. Okay? So it's actually, you know, they're actually very much admiring that about you, whether you see that or not. Okay? So, you know, there is a lot of love today. There's a lot of heart chakras that are healing at this time as well. And believe it or not, the masculines are caving into awakening process at this time, like their crown chakras are activating. I'm seeing this on some of them. Even if I go out and about to Walmart, or like go out to eat or something, I can see that there's men that are awakening. I can see it on them. So it is happening, and I believe it even happens to people that don't realize that they're spiritual at all. Like, it's happening, and they're following their guidance from the source, okay? It's definitely having them take some action in their life. So I actually personally know a few men that are awakening, or awakened, whatever you want to call it, that are actually, like, making changes. You can see it on their faces. It's very clear to me. Whether they know it or not, I don't know. But it's very obvious to me, okay? And they definitely are thinking about coming towards you. I really feel that here. So, you know, as they work on themselves, guys, and you keep working on yourself, I mean, there's going to be progress being made if you're actually genuine about working on you, and not just backing away for manipulation purposes, and not actually doing the inner work. But I see the inner work here being done for a lot of you right now, okay? So they really want to come towards you because you make them very, very happy. Like, this is on their mind today. You know, how much you illuminate their life. They are being illuminated by the connection, believe it or not. A majority of them are. Okay? Not everybody can see what I can see, even though it feels like everyone else can see it. But no, not really. I'm noticing a really strong glow. I can see chakras, so I can actually see when a crown is activated, or, like, really open. I'm noticing, like, shiny eyeballs, or, like, you know, big eyes, shiny eyes, like a gloss to them. I mean, don't take that as being stone, no, because there's a difference there as well, but I'm seeing this. Yeah, there's people awakened that don't even realize they are. They don't realize they are. It's very obvious to me. Being called by source, and a lot of them will follow their purposes and just have no idea that that's what's going on, you know. Seen that as well. So once again, here we do have, you know, inner child wounds that are happening to the masculine energy right now. Okay. Well, it can be feminine as well. It doesn't have to be just masculine. So you guys, I picked this up earlier as well, is that right now, like, the masculine's getting downloads about terms like twin flames, soul terms, soulmate. Some of them, you know, they view you as a soulmate. You know, maybe that's what your connection is. It doesn't matter. It's a label to me. I don't really care. You know, or twin flame. And they're actually like, you know, looking up information on this, okay? Like, that's what I'm seeing. Some of them are figuring this out and they're putting it all together. And they probably know that they're awakening, or they know what's going on. And, you know, I'm seeing that. Yeah, they know what union is. And it's like they're getting information, guys. Whether it's from source or they're, you know, getting a nudge to do so. I really see that happening here. Okay. So they're really nostalgic right now. And, you know, they're living a lot of regrets from the past at this moment. Okay. And I do feel that they want to make things right with you or other people in their life. There's just, yeah, there's a huge tower moment with regret right now. And having a ton of childhood wound memories or regrets, past life, that sort of thing. You know, it could be with family, family karma. You know, or some sort of tower in regards to regret or shame and that sort of thing, okay? They definitely want a fresh start, though. They're ready to, you know, make some sort of decision here. A lot of them are. I've seen this for a while. When you go through ascensions, just like that, your diets change. Okay, you automatically are craving different type of foods, or, you know, turned off by other type of foods, or you don't want to eat at all, or you're eating a lot. They're going through that as well. Yeah, they really feel that you released the connection, and many of you did, and this is going to do good for the connection. So if you haven't done this yet, you know, you may want to try to work towards this as a goal right now, because it is going to put them in, more than likely, put them in some form of awakening process here if they are truly, you know, that connection or whatever, because some of you are going to realize it was not that connection as well. So I do feel a lot of you are a bit repelled by your connections at this moment, and that's the universe doing this for a reason. Okay? And, you know, to have you back away, because you haven't been backing away, because you've been holding on, that sort of thing here. I do feel that they're kind of in between, you know, the 3D and 5D right now. Okay, they're kind of, you know, dealing with things in the 3D, but then they're kind of in the 5D, and that's how it feels like when you go through awakenings and stuff like that. You kind of feel one foot in one and one foot in the other type of thing here. So I do see a lot of 5D communication, though. Okay, they are connected to source. Many of them are connected to source, and many of them probably know they can do that. Okay, so when you release the connection, guys, you'll be surprised what happens. You know, you'll be surprised what happens when you walk away from this connection, you know, and work on yourself. So, you know, you release, surrender, a very clear message to me. You'll be surprised what happens. You're going to learn a lot of different things by summer. You know, I haven't been able to see timelines too accurately, but by summer I see something really moving for a ton of you. But I do see shifts occurring. Your person's, you know, your person's kind of going within right now and thinking of some sort of life goal option, trying to be creative, bring out their creative side right now, trying to figure out some sort of, you know, some sort of plan. Okay, they're making some sort of plan here. But, you know, they got their free will. Got their free will. So right now, you know, there's the separation going on. Things seem like in a pause. But they actually think that there's things in a pause with you as well. That maybe there's nothing more here right now. So that will change their focus in another direction as well for some of them. But, you know, right now, a thing that's really happening is forgiveness and wanting your forgiveness. They're wanting forgiveness from people in the past. They're forgiving people. You're forgiving people, all that sort of thing. And forgiveness is really important right now when it comes to, you know, unconditional love and ascension going on, okay? Because the whole point of these connections is to help the world ascend and, you know, unconditional love and all that good jazz, guys, okay? Some of them are still trying to deny the connection, so there's still a lot of fighting going on right now, and they do feel like, you know, they feel the push, but at the same time, they feel like that they have to just keep on with the life that's no longer serving them, okay? And they're realizing that the life they're living is settling for less than they deserve. So, more movement than you think. Yeah, some of them will actually talk about spiritual stuff or not be so, like, repelled by it, or, you know, because they know more than you think. They do. Some of you are light workers. I'm seeing this here. You know, I do feel like they're observing you, if that's the case. Or, you know, observing your light worker skills or that sort of thing. Or they're trying to figure it out. Okay. Yeah, they're still depressed, though. They're definitely fighting off things here. There's going to be some movement, though, for some of you with some sort of offer or gesture or telling feelings or that sort of thing here, okay? They're definitely being pushed to wrap up cycles in their life and have a new beginning. However, there is, you know, some resistance here as well still. They're definitely spying, though. Picking up that they want to be like you again. I'm just picking that up. They admire you. Admire your strength. You know, some of them I feel like are watching like YouTube videos or getting into that stuff or kind of looking into that stuff maybe, or having dreams about it or whatever here. Something like that. Yeah. So I do feel there's going to be, you know, some communication coming in, some sort of offer, some sort of new beginning, some sort of gesture coming in here. They're definitely very much in the emotions right now, okay? They really have you on a pedestal, guys, believe it or not. Like, they do. They admire you. They do. You're the star, you know. You got it together. You know what you're doing, you know, and maybe some of you are light workers or whatever, or they're just looking into this type of stuff. She's got the pendulum there and that sort of thing. They're searching for answers, okay? And some of them are receiving answers in, like, horrible nightmares. You know, like, these nightmares are just unreal to them. And it's giving them a lot of anxiety. They're also trying to think out options right now because some of them feel they may have lost you because you did step away. And I do feel they are working on ending some karma in their life. And I'm actually picking up a ton of past life karma coming to an end for a lot of them, or they're working on ending past life karma as well, okay? They're definitely in hermit mode right now, doing some soul searching, trying to figure out the truth, but, you know, they really do feel like you've moved on. They're, you know, they're very depressed right now. Like, this whole process is not easy. Awakenings for masculines is not easy, especially, let alone us. You know, think about how hard it is on us. Those of us that are already awakened, ascending, and how hard it is. Imagine how it is for them. Okay, somebody who's more closed-minded, for some of them. They're definitely spying, though. They're trying to figure out you out, what you're doing, you know, what your intentions are, where you're going next in life, that sort of thing here. They do feel at a crossroads here with some decisions. They're going to go through a major tower moment right now, guys, with decisions. With this in reverse, that's huge. Huge tower moment. You know, they've been spying, though. But they've been avoiding decisions, and this is coming in very strongly, is avoiding decisions, avoiding ending karma, avoiding change, that sort of thing. And this has been going on for a while. So with that major tower coming in, the universe is going to knock them down. Yeah, for some of them, it's karma. It's, you know, it's lovers here. Okay, it's a new beginning. It's clearing out karma. Doesn't mean they're actually going to leave somebody or make a choice like that. But it's clearing out karma. It's very heartbreaking for them. They don't want to face it. They don't want to make this decision. But they're heartbroken in general. Okay? They're very heartbroken. And this is where the tower is going to come in. That's what the tower is going to do. And it's going to cause them to have to build their life back up. Get into their emotions as well. Experience these emotions. Experience that hurt they've been avoiding for a long time. Some of them, it's issues with the mother again. Okay? That's their karma. Issues with the mom. Past life issues with, you know, somebody or a wife, or it may, a lot of it is past life as well, as what I'm hearing, but there's some sort of emotional issue here that they're going to hit with this Tower. Their emotions are going to come surfacing. That's what I'm feeling. Whether it's now or later on, you know, divine timing is not time. There's no time. So it doesn't have to be now. It could be later on. But there's something here with emotions in a female energy. So it could be mother to children. It doesn't have to be anybody who's been an influence in their life, like a mother figure. Okay. They feel left out in the cold by this person anyway, so there's some emotional detachment here. So if it was like a mother that raised them and neglected them or that sort of thing, you know, they feel left out in the cold by that person. So there's some unresolved issues here with this person if that's the case, okay? It's really bringing in emotions. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict here, you guys, and they want some justice here. They want this to end. You know, I do see some justice taking place with this situation here, some resolution. Some of them, if this is somebody they're holding on to, they're going to keep trying to throw a bone at this person to keep them around. But I see this person keep leaving them out in the cold, you know, kind of ignoring them, not really caring, and more conflict coming. Okay, it's a lot of emotional conflict for sure. Yeah, they're definitely being awakened and illuminated. No doubt about that. Some of them have been playing games, okay? Yeah, some of them, there's issues from childhood here. There's a lot of issues here, guys. Okay, if it's, you know, a significant other they're holding on to, there's a lot of conflict going on. There's a lot of emotion surfacing on this situation. It's not easy for them, but they're being illuminated on the whole thing, okay? They're being pushed to wrap up karma. Some of them are going to actually try to clear the karma and reconcile with this person, try to make a gesture, throw them a bone, try to keep it going. Whether it does or not, that's individual situation. This could be your end as well. But I do see some sort of ending coming here, okay? There's a lot of emotional detachment from the situation. So if it is, you know, a mother from a childhood, you know, that hurt them or let them down or that sort of thing, they're emotionally detached, but they just kind of swept it under the rug. So they're going to have to surface that as well. So I do feel that, you know, with their awakening process, they're going to be forced to face that. So there's a major Tower coming in for the masculine. Okay, that's going to force an energy, or not energy, well, could be, yes, energy, everything's energy, but force an ending here or something. Okay, a lot of this is stuff from childhood. Okay, so it could be that the person that they're with is somebody from childhood, you know, that they've known for many years, or, you know, it's people they've known for many years involved, that sort of thing. This is really tough on them. They don't want to really face it. So they're turning their back to the situation, but it won't be able to work forever. They'll have to face it at some point. They're really concerned about other people's opinions right now, so that tells me that they're still, you know, in the ego. Yeah, they're worried about other people's opinions and having to explain themselves and why they're changing, you know, why they're different, why they're letting go of a certain situation, why something's not serving them any longer, you know. Because if they end certain situations in their life, it doesn't have to be a person, guys, it can be work or whatever they're holding on to. If they end this situation, they feel like they have to explain themselves to many people. And that's really tough, you know. So try to be understanding and more gentle and loving about the situation. You want to be more loving anyways, because that's the whole point of being on this journey to ascension, okay? It's not easy to expect someone to change their life, and it's really not easy for them, okay? So right now they're being very deceptive, guys, because there is a lot more going on than you're aware of as well, okay? I do see somebody moving away from a situation, whether it's them or somebody's moving away from them or you're moving away from the situation. Like there is some separation going on amongst people in this collective right now. But they're not telling you anything. Like it's just really secretive stuff, the conflict and everything going on in their life. Or it could be just in their head or they're thinking about this. Some of them are drinking, okay? Yeah, for a lot of them, it is a foundation that's just upside down. It's not healthy, whatever they're holding on to, but they're going to keep holding on. They're going to keep holding on. They're going to try as hard as they can to hold it on to this. Okay? Yeah. They thought this person was their true love, if that's the case. Okay. And eventually, it's just dead. It's dead. This situation's dead. Okay, this karma here is fulfilled. It's done. Whether it's actually, you know, the contract's fulfilled and they continue with it and have forgiveness and a new beginning, I mean, that's on them. But this contract they're holding on to is done. And there's resentment being held on in the situation, causing conflict. So there's some sort of karmic contract that's been done for a while, but it's just they're taking their sweet time and going back and forth on it. Okay. Slowly things are coming together, though. Slowly things are coming together. They are being illuminated. Yeah. They feel really burdened. I mean, this person feels very responsible to this situation. You know, it's not going to be easy for them. But there is a completion coming in for, you know, pretty much everybody, to be honest. It's not just them, it's you, it's everybody. We all have things that are coming to a completion and new beginnings happening, is how I feel about that. Okay. So they feel like it's an uphill battle, and they're really trying to get into their power here, guys, and work on their money and that sort of thing, work on life purpose. Okay. They want victory. That's the goal, is victory. So if they're fighting off awakening, it's going to happen at some point, okay? Because the Tower in reverse is not a very cute card. Okay, that's not a good card. Okay, so they're still fighting ego death. Yeah, they want a new chapter and a new beginning, but they feel like it's just taking a chance in life. They're not really sure. You know, they're not really sure what to do next. Like, should I take this chance or should I not? But whatever's going on in their life at this current moment is quite toxic, or your life. There's a lot of toxic energy right now. Okay? But, you know, there's not a lot you can do. Patience as usual. Many of you are going to hear songs. They're hearing songs actually as well. Whatever's going on right now, guys, is destined to go on the way it is. There's, you know, there's not a lot of control in that. What? Fairy Aries, I just read something. Okay. Okay, whatever they're holding on to, guys, they have the illusion that they're stuck there forever. They feel like this is their destiny. They have to be there forever. There's no other option. That's kind of where they're going back and forth here. That's where they feel like they're taking a chance here. Yeah, free will. There's not a lot you can do about it. At the end of the day, though, you're that unique person. You know, you're special. They're fond of you. I do see some of you getting together, though, soon. Yep, I see somebody coming in with an offer and a gift. She must be very infatuated with you. Some of them are really missing you and do think about commitment, guys. So some of you may get an offer or gesture or something like that. I mean, it could happen when I've learned, like, now, guys, there could be unions falling into place unexpectedly. When you see the time thing that I'm seeing right now, anything can happen any second. It is so crazy what I've been seeing and feeling. There's no explanation. And I do see some unions taking place unexpectedly. So right now there's a lot of non-action being taken place. There's a lot of doubting these connections. There's a lot of doubting everything. Just doubting. Is this real? Is this, you know, is this going to happen? Is, you know, if they're going through an awakening, they're going to doubt that as well. Like, what is going on here? Okay. Like I said, a lot of you are, you know, a bit repelled by your person right now. You're turned off. You're turning your back because you doubt the connection in general at this moment. So there's distance being created there, but in the long run, that distance is much needed right now. Okay, so they can work on this because despite the fact they have not been taking action, you know, that transformation's waiting. Okay. Some of you walked away because this person has just, they've been ruthless. They have not been nice. Okay, they've done nasty things, you know, and there's a sense of disconnect here in this connection in general. And they might feel like you're being that way to them. There's a lot of running away from the connection going on right now, whether it's you or them. I just see it here. Or you got sick of them running and making excuses and that sort of thing. So you decided to take your chance and run the other direction. Yeah, you got sick of them being selfish and seeing things only one way. Yeah, a lot of you are like, whatever, you're trying to run from your problems, you're being an immature, childish, whatever, and you just decided to run in another direction. But, you know, they actually feel empty inside. They're running away from themselves. They're running away from their lack of whatever in their life, and they're not wanting to face their emotions or reality here, so they're running away. Okay? Filling a void. Running away to fill a void. They're just really uncomfortable right now. Okay? And the fact that you guys backed away, they're kind of uncomfortable with that as well because they lost control. Okay? You know, they are, you know, with the awakening, guys, they're like, they're seeing what it's like to be alive again, you know. They're feeling alive again, and it's time to change their life. Like, what makes them happy? What inspires them? And they're inspired by the work you've done to yourself. And they're realizing that their life does not have to be the same thing every single day, okay? So they're realizing they have all these unwritten chapters in their life, you know, and they keep repeating the same chapter in a sense over again, okay? And, you know, with this awakening process, you know, they're not going to know themselves anymore. And I noticed that as well, is that I looked at myself and I didn't recognize myself anymore. And that's going to happen with the men as well. They're actually going to go for it, though. Some of them are actually going to just, they're going to go for it. They're just going to finally cave in and realize it's not a bad thing. Okay? It's not a bad thing. Yeah, there's communication coming in. Many of you are getting communication. Okay. Email, call, text, whatever, a gesture, trying to make it right. I'm hearing that as well. Apologies. Okay. Definitely communicating really soon. Friday, Saturday is what I just heard. There's a warning here to be watchful of trickster behavior. Some of them may just try to get sex out of you as well, so just be careful of that. Because some of you are dealing with somebody who's manipulative anyways, and that's all they're coming to you for, and that's all the connection is. If that's the case for you, you will figure this out. That's to discretion. Some of you are going to get a legitimate offer of appreciation, though, but some of you are going to get communication, just like, hey, you want to hook up? You know, that sort of thing right now. So, yeah, a lot of you are going to have a guarded heart about that and like, no. But I do see, you know, commitments ending here. So, commitments, cycles ending, okay? And they really want to change. That butterfly there, they want to go on to bigger and better things. There's a couple different messages here. Some of them may contact you with a gesture, okay, of some sort here. Some of them may contact you just to try to get laid. Some of them may contact you to tell you that they're ending some sort of cycle to a commitment they've been holding on to for a long time because they want to go on to something better. Okay? I'm also hearing some sort of idea that they have or something like that. Yeah, imagination. That just tell me they're really got ideas, you know? There might be a natural ending to cycles as well. It just kind of ends unexpected, but it ran its course. And that's what a lot of this is hanging on to things that ran its course. Yeah, see, they've been blindfolding themselves at this time, but they're still doing that. But yeah, there's red flags surrounding them. Whatever they're holding on to has ran its course. It has to either change into another direction or it needs to come to an end and have a new beginning of some sort. All right? They are learning, though. Like, they're gaining knowledge from source. Like, their guides are guiding them. Okay? Some of them may have ideas or have inspirations that come to them all of a sudden, and they're like, where did that come from? Why am I thinking that? And it's from source. And some of them may put this together. They are getting information from source, okay? It's definitely here, and I don't know. Whatever they're holding on to, though, it's ran its course. It's toxic, okay? Or it could be you as well. There's a lot of toxic cycles being held on to, or, you know, past cycles that there's still resentment there being held on to. Yeah, they're really concerned about families' opinions. Okay? So, that's tough for them. Yeah. So they're seeming very selfish right now, but they're also very obsessed. They're very obsessive about you because there's a lot of jealousy here, or vice versa. There's a lot of obsessing and jealousy. But they seem very selfish right now and self-absorbed, but they're actually concerned about other people involved in their situation, okay? So if it's a job, there's co-workers. If it's a culture or family, it's, you know, the people that are involved in that as well. So they're really concerned about that. So, you know, like I said, try to see the big picture here and be a bit more understanding with that, okay? Some of them have children. I mean, it's going to be a time-consuming thing, okay? It's selfish on your end to expect somebody to leave all they know. Okay, they have to do it on their own. They're not happy. That's very clear to me. They are not happy. A lot of guilt, a lot of worry about hurting other people, hurting, you know, maybe they're a boss at a company, it doesn't serve them. They're worried about ruining the company, for example. But they're starting to stand in their more masculine power and be more devoted to themselves as well. Okay? Yeah. There's a lot of ancestral karma that needs to be cleared, and, you know, they're broken. They just don't know what to do. They're worried about gossip. They're worried about rumors, if that's the case in your situation, okay? Some of them are being very secretive. They got secrets, guys. Some of these secrets might be what's really going on, okay, because I'm hearing different things because the collective is divided up, but some of them have another female in their life that you don't know about, and you're going to hear about it through gossip. I'm just hearing that, and some of them are keeping you a secret, and people are going to find out about you. So, however that situation is in your situation, I don't know. This is a collective, but just be careful, because there definitely is something here. But some of them are also planning to honor the commitment with you as well, that they feel driven to honor because it is in their contract. Okay? But there's some worry about that. So there's a lot of different perspectives coming in. I don't know. It's just, yeah, it very well could be, but there's going to be unexpected, you know, ending and development here of something. Okay? Very unexpected movement. And I've been feeling that for a while. Like there's a shift that's very unexpected. Okay. Well, there are situations where, you know, I have seen that somebody's person got somebody pregnant. So, it's came up. Unfortunately, I don't like delivering those messages. So, guys, you know, there's a lot of confusion right now and that sort of thing. There's a lot of guarded energy, but a lot of this is only a phase. And I do say ending, you know, with this shift, they have to adapt to their new selves. For one, doesn't mean they'll make some immediate, you know, decisions at this time, but just try to be a little bit more understanding, like I said. And, you know, like, as far as timelines, I don't know, Divine Pisces, you talked about that the other day, how there is, like, there's just no way to make a time, like, a legit 3D time. And, like, you had those time frames, you did a reading for me that one time on things happening in my life, and it all happened in, like, 2 weeks. Like, there's just no time anymore, if you notice that. It is so weird. And, you know, this funny that this card just came out, Awakening, and you're just like in a whole new dimension in general, and there's no time there. I'm not kidding. Like, I might tell you something, you know, something that Divine Pisces saw happen for me in like May, like just happened last week, but to me it could feel like May anyways. Like, it's so weird because I don't know. It's just like I'm going back and forth in this like time warp or something. It's just odd. And my husband says the same thing. Um, we're just like, oh, well, we did this like yesterday. And I'm like, no, we did that like 2 weeks ago. Or like, he's like, I changed the laundry today. I'm like, no, you haven't changed the laundry since like 4 days ago or whatever. It's just really weird. And so when I got a reading from Divine Pisces, like everything she said happened in literally like 2 weeks with my like work and everything else. So it was just really weird. It's just weird. So I try not to do time frames anymore because of that. So many people like, I think I'm just more steered away from less like 3D aspects of like when, or, you know, and people go like, oh, when do you think somebody will contact me? It used to be, I go, you know, Wednesday, or I used to get it right down to like Wednesday, October 23rd. I remember saying that to one of my friends, and it literally happened on that day. And now I look and it's like a blank room, like I'm not supposed to know. Um, yeah, it's just so weird. And you know, it's these energetic upgrades, guys. It's being upgraded. It's just crazy stuff. And your person's going through the same thing, you know, and you may talk to some other people that are going through awakenings and tell them, you know, I don't feel time anymore. And they'll be like, oh, that's what that is. Yeah, I know. Okay. It's just, it's so the weirdest feeling ever. And I feel like I'm floating and, yeah, a lot of grounding I have to do now. And it's winter here, and it's icky, and it's sub-zero, so I have to, like, go in the basement to ground. So, yeah, crappy weather. Yeah, transformations. You're going through transformation, guys. Your person is transforming. They are awakening. I am telling you, they are caving into this. Okay, one by one. They're knocking them down. And like I said, I can see it on them. I can see it on him. Okay, I see an awakening masculine. I can see awakening feminines as well, but masculine is what I'm discussing today. So I can see it. Their eyes are like lit up. They have the shine in their eyes and the shine on face, and I can see like an aura around them and stuff like that. So since my husband is awakening as well, and I'm ascending and whatnot, when we're near each other, it's like attractor vibrating. Oh my God. Crazy. It just seems unreal. So they are being guided by like past loved ones and things like that. So, you know, sometimes, you know, not sometimes, almost all the time, especially if you're in my situation, you're not around very many awakened people at all. You just feel very alone. You really do. You feel alone. And that's how your person's feeling right now, very alone. That, and let's be honest, they're probably not telling anybody. Okay, they're not gonna call their mom and be like, hey dude, I'm awakening. Okay, but they're not alone. Like, they have guides, they have their angels, they have, you know, their past loved ones or whatever surrounding them right now, helping them along. So you don't have to feel like you need to go save your person from their awakening, because actually by you stepping back induce their awakening, really. Yeah, they're keeping it secret. That's what I feel. You know, I really do. So yes, I have. Yes, because I cannot distinguish sometimes 5D to 3D. It's so messed up. I forgot to pay my bills because that's how much in 5D I am. I'm just like, oh, bills? I have to pay bills. Yeah, it's just horrible. It's like, I don't know. I felt like I was like high all weekend long, and I wasn't high. I can't even like, I can't touch alcohol anymore. Like, it really affects me. My eyes are swollen because I'm pretty sure I'm having an allergic reaction to like preservatives and processed food, so I can't eat processed food right now. I get sick. My kids 2 of my kids for sure had ascension symptoms. It's been harsh. It's been harsh. No, I can't drink either. I got so hungover, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die. I'm just like, never again. Like, no, I have no desire to. I just don't. I don't even want to go out because now I have to relearn how to block energy off. I went grocery shopping and I almost puked in there, and like I just kind of put my hood up on my sweatshirt and I was like, no, just like go away, and I'm absorbing all this energy. And you know, my oldest daughter actually threw up, I think, from that because she's a little empath too, and she's been actually ascending, believe it or not. So she actually threw up from what I think is the anxiety of that. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of resting, which is why I'm not really like getting ahead of my readings right now because I'm sick. Yeah. Soul family. I'm talking about this with people, and this is the time. Your person's going to learn this as well, who's truly part of their soul family and who is not. And, you know, like I said, they're going to realize that the situation they're holding on to or the people around them suddenly do not belong in their soul tribe. So there's going to be that discovery, and they're going to see that you're part of that, okay? They're going to feel that vibration off you. And as you go through ascension or awakening, you start feeling that. You just know. You know when someone's in your soul group. Even if you've never met them, you know that your souls are vibrating at the same level, that sort of thing. I do believe that everybody in some aspect in this world is connected on a soul level, but you're going to really feel that vibration with certain people. Like I said, me and my husband, like, it's like a tractor. I'm not kidding about that. It is insane. It's just like shaking, and we both are just like, what is going on here? It's intense. So they're going to start attracting their soul family, and a lot of you are going to realize that who you thought was part of your soul family is not part of your soul family, and they're actually just not what you thought they were. So there's, you know, it doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean they're bad, because I do feel everybody has light in them in some way, whether they acknowledge it or not. But the true colors are going to come out for some people. However, you're just going to realize that some people just aren't vibrating your level anymore. So certain things are going to exit, or people are not things, I apologize. Certain, or it could be things, hobbies as well, that sort of thing. But like, certain people in your life are going to exit, new ones are going to come in, you know, and I've had this happen already with certain people. You know, I have my soul family over social media and whatnot that I've never met in person, which I'm hoping to change this summer, as I want to travel around and meet some of my followers and other friends that are readers and that sort of thing as well. So that's my goal, is to try to do more in-person event type stuff, and I've been discussing this with other people. So I actually had a vision of doing a cruise or something like that, so maybe that's something I'll think about. But yeah. So I do want to meet other people. Anyway, your person's going to start discovering this as well. And like with my kids, I can tell like which ones are, you know, like on my more closer to my soul family and more closer to my husband's family. Like my oldest seems to be from his soul family, like more connected to him in a sense. And like my youngest is really connected to me, and the middle one's kind of both. It's just, you can just kind of feel it. It's not that I don't I love them all the same, but you can just feel that stuff. So that's what the masculine's going to go through as well. They're just going to be like, this isn't like, you know, this isn't my lingo anymore, you know. Yeah, they're crossing over, guys. They're coming out of that darkness into that awakening process. Some of them are literally standing there and just barely hanging on. Some of them will hold on until they're literally sweating. I'm not kidding about that. And they'll be pushed into it and cave, okay? So, yeah, it's just a matter of time. Yep, they're being called. They are being called. Okay, they're being called. Like literally, like this is something I've been seeing. Like you're being called to duty. That's what it is. It's the source calling you to duty, to pass the messages, to do the mission work. Okay, that's what they're being called. But don't dim your light to fit in. A lot of them are just, you know, they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to not show that they're changing. They are embracing it in a way, but they're trying to put on a facade that it's not happening. because some of them have actually embraced it, but there's several masculines right now that are still trying to avoid it. It comes up in my readings. So, and, you know, they feel like it's a punishment too, but it's not happening to them. It's not a punishment happening to them. It's happening for them because, you know, they're being called to duty. Okay, that's part of what this is mission work. You're being called. And some of you may notice that suddenly you have the desire to help people, or you have a calling, or you have a nudge, like, you know, I suddenly want to help homeless. That's what I've been feeling like doing. I actually gave a reading to a homeless guy last night. You'll be called to do these things, okay? Like just suddenly doing things out of the blue, and that's kind of, you know, being called to do your duty, okay? Because the whole point is to spread unconditional love. Mission work doesn't have to be standing front line with a gun, okay? So it doesn't have to be like that. But ego death's gonna happen, whether they like it or not. It's gonna happen. Yeah, they're facing all of their secrets, all of their shadows, guys. Like, all this ancestral karma, all this past life karma they are facing, okay? But yeah, they're keeping this on the down low right now because they're fighting the ego. They're being very secretive about what's going on, okay? Like I said, summer's coming in. I don't like to have timelines because time is so fluid to me anymore, but by summer I see them standing, you know, in their power, okay? There's going to be a shift this summer. There could be unions occurring this summer, okay? There could be unions occurring. I don't like to put timelines and, you know, dwell on union, but union has been coming in, you know, and like I said, with time being so fluid, there could be unions happening very unexpectedly. And I was talking to somebody else about this last night who sees that too. So yep, they're stepping up in that masculine energy. I don't know what to tell you about that. I can't help you. About the video glitching, not much I can do, sorry. Yep, they're standing in their energy, guys, in the masculine energy. Some of you are going to start your mission work. And for some of you, it's not actually with your person, though, but you guys are going to get into the same type of mission work and not even realize it. Even if you're not in contact, they're going to start doing things, and you'll start doing things. They're going to take the initiation, though, to clean up their life, to, you know, to actually work on this. So yeah, there's a lot of you guys set up boundaries here. They're definitely having past life stuff, though. There's a lot of karma that needs to be cleared right now. That's all going to be done this winter, I feel like. A lot of, you know, past life karma clearing and that sort of thing. Okay. Alrighty, so do you have negative blood type fairy Aries as well? A lot of light workers do. 12% of the world has it, but like 80% of light workers have it. I'm not popular, not in my community anyways, but maybe on here. I feel like if you don't have negative blood type, you definitely probably carry the recessive gene in your genetics, but yeah, a lot of negative blood types are light workers. If you had kids and had to get the Rogam shot, guys, then you are, okay? You are. And it's a very serious thing to be negative and be pregnant and have positive children and not have the Rogam shot. Because my grandma, her body started rejecting her last child, and she had to get infusions right to the fetus, And then the baby had to come early and she couldn't have any more children. You know, there's videos out there about that, but you're O positive too, Divine Pisces. You're not negative then. There's videos out there about that, like how to figure it out, but I actually had like, I know I said this before, but I was like astral traveling outside my body, and I was in sleep paralysis. Sorry, I'm so tired from everything. And my body would like come out, or my soul would come out of my body or whatever, and I would go out my window and I'd start free falling in the universe, and I could hear the wind and I could see stars and planets, and it was real and it was scary. And that is when my major like first awakening happened, was when all that was happening. I was having sleep paralysis every single day. Every single day. And I didn't have like the demon sitting on me type of stuff that people talk about, or the demon standing in the room, but it sounds unbelievable. I was like free falling through outer space, and I would tell my husband about it, like, what is going on? I realized that it was like telling me that I was a starseed, so to speak. So I don't know how to tell you anything else. So they don't want to have to explain themselves, guys. They know they've done you dirty. Okay, they know that. They know they made you feel bad. They want to apologize for things because they have regret. Okay? Believe it or not, they talk about you, okay? So whether they defend you, or they just talk good about you, or they just say, hey, so-and-so's my friend, or whatever the situation is, okay? Many of you are going to hear from your person very soon. They've been having dreams about you, and they have a gift or an offer they want to present to you. Don't think because we don't talk that they don't care. This twin flame stuff scares me, or soul connection, whatever it is. Because you can have a very strong connection with, a very energetic connection with anybody, is what I've learned as well. So, you know, the whole thing is frightening to them, the energy. And, you know, like I said, I think a lot of them got downloads, or they just figured out what it was and looked it up and that sort of thing as well. So they miss being intimate. Go figure. Go figure. Yeah, a lot of sexual thoughts, nothing new. They're hurting without you. I was in denial. Somebody just sent me a message that was hilarious. I'm sorry, I just thought. They're not hiding this connection for their wrong reasons. Vitamin T. They're a better person because of you, believe it or not. Even if there is no, you know, obvious change, they are changing. Some of them are situating karma. This has been coming in for a while. Like I said, whether they actually walk away from a full situation or just clear out a situation and make it work, I don't know. Karma is an energy. Okay. No one is going to change their love for you. They're praying for an answer. They are talking to source for sure. They've been putting themselves first, and they realize they're being an asshole, a dick. They're not letting you go. Alright, so anyway, if you guys do want a reading, I mean, I'll get back to emails eventually here, but I gotta catch up. That's your throat chakra healing. That's going on right now. And if you, oh, sorry guys, if you want what I feel is going on, is I feel like that with the spiritual war kind of thing going on, is that a lot of the negative energy is trying to block throat chakras so you're not speaking and telling the truth, okay? That's what I feel. Yep, there's migraines, stuffiness. Yeah, it's pretty insane. It's been painful, very painful. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna get something on the screen here. Sorry, I don't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do some private readings now, guys, so you have a good night, okay? Bye-bye.